In the previous video, we talked about adding on paper. What about subtracting on paper? Remember, certain parts of the GMAT do not allow the use of a calculator. So how do we subtract on paper? Let's go back to elementary school, middle school together. 5,784 minus 343. So this is going to be our easiest example with the least work required. So remember, line everything up, make it look nice and pretty, make sure the unit digit matches with the unit digit and all of the places match with all the places. We're going to focus on the very right column for 3. So what's 4 minus 3? It's 1. We're then going to shift to the left. What is 8 minus 4? It is 4. We're then going to shift to the left. What is 7 minus 3? It is 4. And then finally, what is 5 minus 0? It is 5. As you can see, this is the easiest example because all of the top numbers are larger than their respective bottom number, which makes sense, right? We don't have to deal with any negatives or any problems. It's just very straightforward. It's very nice. It's very easy. It's kind of like, I was gonna say it's like, no, I won't say that metaphor. You know, like when you go to the bathroom and everything just is very smooth and easy. You know, there's no trouble. It's one of those. It's one of those. But let's look at a more disconcerting bowel movement. So imagine we're doing 127 minus 48. You can see we ran into a problem here. If we were to do 7 minus 8, are we going to say it's negative 1? No, that doesn't make any sense when we're subtracting like this. So what we have to do is we have to steal. If you look to the column immediately to the left, do you see that 2 right there? We're going to steal 1 from it. So what's 2 minus 1? Of course, it's 1. And because we stole that 1, we're going to put the 1 right there. So this allows us to say not 7 minus 8, but 17 minus 8, which is 9. Then we're going to repeat this process. We go to the second column. Again, we have a problem. We can't do 1 minus 4 equals negative 3. So we have to look to the column to the left again, and we have to steal 1 from that 1. So 1 minus 1 is 0. So that becomes a 0 right there. And then that allows us to put that 1 right there. So instead of doing 1 minus 4, we're now doing 11 minus 4, which of course is going to be 7. And then this is it. And because we're done, if you look at the very left column, 0 minus 0 is 0. So the correct answer is 79. So as you can see, a little bit more tedious because we have to steal from the columns to the left. Steal 1, okay? In fact, sometimes you have to double steal. Take a look at this one here. 3005 minus 563. Okay, so we set it up. We make everything look pretty. Right in the beginning, we get that nice one, 5 minus 3, which is 2. But then notice when we go to the left column, 0 minus 6 is negative 6. That doesn't work. So what we want to do is look at the column immediately to the left, but that's not going to work. We can't steal a 1 from 0. If we do 0 minus 1, it's negative 1. We can't turn that into a negative 1. So what do? Are we screwed? No, what you have to do is keep going to the left and steal from the 3. It's going to be like this double steal, this dominoes process. So the first thing is we're going to steal 1 from the 3. That's going to turn it into a 2. That allows us to put the 1 right there, turning it into a 10. We're then going to steal 1 from there. So 10 minus 1 is going to become 9. Which allows us to finally put the 1 right there. Now we can actually do this column. What is 10 minus 6? It is 4. And then we just repeat the process. We just go to the left. What is 9 minus 5? It is 4. And then finally, what is 2 minus 0? It is 2. So notice we had to do a double steal there. You'll get good at this the more you practice it. Like, let's look at this example here. So this one has a decimal point. Just like in the addition one, you want to line up the decimal points, make it look pretty. If you want to put a 0 right there to make everything kind of easier visually, you're more than welcome to do that. So if we look at the first column, do you see the first column, 0, 4? We can't really do 0 minus 4, right? We can't really do 0 minus 4 because we get that negative 4. And if you look at the column right to the left of that, do you see where it says 3 minus 5? We can't do that either. That's also going to result in a negative. So we're going to actually kind of do this two-step process. We're first going to look at the 9 in the third column. And what we're going to do is we're going to turn that into an 8. Right? And remember, that allows us to turn the second column into a 13, right? But sometimes if you get really fast at it, you just kind of realize, oh, okay, I know that's going to have to turn into a 13 minus 1, which is 12, which means that's going to turn into a 2. And then that allows us to finally put the 1s in, right? Now we have the 1s in. And you can get kind of just fast at it. So now we do 10 minus 4, which of course is going to be 6. We do 12 minus 5, which is going to be 7. We do 8 minus 3, which is 5. 3 minus 0, which is 3. 6 minus 1. Oh, don't forget to put that decimal point there. Remember, all the decimal points have to add up or line up. And then we do 6 minus 1, which is 5. And then we hit one of those stumbling blocks again, because we can't do 5 minus 6, right? That's a negative number. So we're just going to steal a 1 from that 4 there. That turns into a 3. It allows us to put a 1 right there. And we do 15 minus 6, which is 9. And then finally, in the very last column, 3 minus 0 is 3. You'll get fast at this the more you practice it. I know it's a little bit annoying having to steal those 1s, but you'll get better at it, don't worry.